Energized, show up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys? And welcome to a brand new episode of Energized, brought to you by Forged Irish Stout. Ross,
are you intoxicated or something?
Introduce the guest, man.
It is the only woman signed to the UFC from the island of Ireland. It is the one and only Mama B, Shauna Bannon. Shauna, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Feeling very forged. Very forged.
Very forged. Yeah. Smoothest and creamiest in the game, you know what I mean? If you want to point us Forged Irish Stout, you'll see Shauna Bannon pouring them in the Black Forge in from time to time.
I'm actually leading, man.
With the UFC gloves on.
One
makes it even better.
One lesson. I was on the ball. I was like, yeah, the little angles and all. I have
it. There you have it. No messing. Sure, look, you know, the technique is flawless in and outside the octagon, you know?
That's it, lads.
There we go, man.
Oh, bartender next.
I'll stop the lights. But come here, Shauna. Obviously, we might as well get straight into it. You were scheduled to compete on the 30th of March in Las Vegas. That fight doesn't seem to be happening anymore. Do you want to tell us what happened?
Yeah, 23rd of March is off. I was my first week into camp and I was supposed to rest on the Sunday and I didn't because I hate resting. And I went early to drill and I was literally drilling and it was a freak accident. My leg got caught and the body landed on top of me and I tore my meniscus and it flipped back around on itself. So went, got the MRI. Very hard to get an MRI in Ireland, by the way. Ordeal. Anyways, eventually got an appointment, went to get the MRI. Went in and the girl was like, do you have extensions in your hair? And I was like, yeah. She was like, we can't do the MRI. Bearing in mind I had rang every place in the country. I was nearly going to England to get an MRI because I couldn't get one. It was ridiculous. She's like, you need to take your extensions out. So I had to go back home, get my extensions taken out, go back in, get the MRI. Then I met the surgeon and he was like, yeah, you need surgery. He was like, it's just going to be one of them things that will cause you niggles for the rest of your life. I couldn't even put pressure on my foot because the way it tore, it didn't just tear, like it flipped around. So it was just fucked. So we had to shave it off. I only had to wait a week for the surgery. So I'm nearly 5 weeks into my rehab now. I'm pretty much able to do nearly everything already. So it's been really fast recovery and successful surgery. So I'm happy with everything. Just unfortunate that I'm out of this fight. I was hopeful that they might have keeping the same opponent. But I get like she drew her fight in the Contender Series. That was months ago, so she's probably eager to fight as well. So we may fight again further down the line. I was hopeful that they just maybe drag it out a couple of shows. But yeah, I'm eager to get back in. I'm probably be back grappling next week or the week after. And then other than that, I can pretty much do everything. I can still do pads. Was like 2 days later, I was doing a full leg workout. Like, so I got straight back into it. There was no waiting around. Yeah, so that's the crack with that.
Yeah, Shauna, was that the worst injury of your career so far?
Yeah, like I've been lucky. Like I think other than that, I've only really broken my nose, and that's like you can still pretty much do everything when you break your nose. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just avoid contact for a couple of weeks. But yeah, definitely the worst one. I think jiu-jitsu on the knees isn't the one. It was actually I was wrestling. I was doing a wrestling movement, and my leg just got caught, and it literally the weight came in on top. I knew straight away it was something bad because I couldn't put pressure on my foot.
And with that, obviously, you were expected to start your own redemption story back, looking to get back in the win column. How much effect did that have on you personally, knowing that date was pushed out?
Do you know what, lads? Like, I think my last fight, like, I don't think I've ever, like, had a loss like that before. It was really, I was offered a contract to the UFC. I nearly wasn't getting it. Then I eventually got released from Invicta, got the contract, and then I felt like I was just in the couch. And Bruce Buffer was in front of me calling my name out, and it was just, I was getting dragged here, there, and everywhere throughout the camp. It was a short camp anyway, and I was getting dragged everywhere I wasn't able to focus on myself and focus on the job that needs to get done. And like,
sorry for interrupting, but like you were getting posted everywhere. Like you were on with TNT, like like all over Instagram. Like it was just you. They were promoting you like anything. It was I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no, and come here, like I didn't feel it at the time. It was only after reflecting back, I was like, what the fuck? Like on the fight day itself, they were doing an embedded series on me because it was like for your debutante. and they were like, Paddy the Baddy done one, and it got so many views, and it'd be really good. And like, what I didn't have to do it. They asked me, and me and Paddy sat down and we're like, yeah, let's do it. But like, looking back now, I probably shouldn't have done that, because I woke up, they were in my bedroom, they came to breakfast for me, they were there when I was packing my bag. Like, I'd normally have a little nap on fight day, and just my whole routine was different. Then I got to the arena, I got drug tested. So, and I was like the second fight. So we literally got there. There was a big delay with traffic because getting through London was mental. So we were only there. I got drug tested. You have to fill out all the forms, all the supplements, all the everything. That took ages. And I wanted to be just focusing on my fight. I was doing all that. Then I went in and they were, you're open 20 minutes. So I literally got to do like 3 twos with Paddy on the pads and Collie. And it was just like, go. And like, like normally you're waiting at the door to walk and you're waiting ages and the nerves kick in and everything. I was numb. Like, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't anxious. I wasn't excited. I wasn't anything. I was numb. Like, it was like an outer body experience. I was just numb. So like, there was a lot that I learned from it, but it was very tough. And then like, it was a long stretch to not have a fight either. Like, that's why I went and I done the Worlds in Jiu-Jitsu, because like, I need competition. Like, since Jace was born, I had 11 fights. He only went 3 before Christmas. I've been in fight camp since my son was born, alongside rearing him and doing everything that you have to do to be alongside a single mother. And it was just go, 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 go. And then I probably didn't digest a lot of things in the first 3 years of his life. And then when I got to slow down, it was like everything just came to the surface. And yeah, I had a bad few months, like I did. But and then I thought, when I got the fight signed, and I was like, I'm on the other side of it, come back. And then that injury happened. So I'm getting emotional, sorry. But yeah, it's been a tough
I'm crying
year.
as well, Shauna. I'm crying as well. I can't believe it.
Like, I always say, everything happens for a reason, and sometimes I don't see it now. It sometimes takes a few months or a few years even, but I know why that happened with this fight. I needed that injury. There's a lot going on in my personal life, and I wasn't ready to go into a fight camp. I wouldn't have been able to give it 100% mentally, a fight camp right now. So
Yeah,
I just
well,
need to slow down.
one thing we did see was you got an award there recently. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so the Mayor Award, that was for winning the Worlds in Jiu-Jitsu. So like, the speech he gave was lovely, because like, he was going back to me kickboxing days and the fact that I'm world champion in 3 sports, and it was lovely. I had all my friends and family there. It was a lovely evening. And I don't think, like, that's not really something that happens often with MMA, because I think MMA gets a little bit of hate, I suppose, in comparison to other sports. So it was really nice to get that recognition for the MMA, kickboxing and jiu-jitsu together.
Yeah, Ross, we were disappointed not to be invited, weren't we?
You know what? Like, I actually didn't know how big of a thing it was until I got there. And like, there was food for about 100 people. And I was like, I only asked a few people. I felt bad then. I was like, I could have asked the whole bleeding nation. Like, it was a thing, but I didn't realize how big of a thing it was until it was happening. And I was like, shit, why didn't I ask more people?
No. Yeah, we asked Paddy and Chelsea, could we come, and they said no, didn't they, Ross?
Shitstorm.
Oh, stop the lights, stop the lights. No, but look, obviously incredible to win. Obviously, like, you're an inspiration to many, especially amongst the Tyler area as well. So that's great to see that you've been recognized, but by your own people as well, which I suppose is that little bit more special. And I'm sure that was a proud moment from your dad as well. Obviously, he runs Tyler Martial Arts. So what did he say to you on the day?
He was delighted, because the TMA was actually in a couple of weeks before, because there was a few that won the Worlds in kickboxing, so they got one a few weeks before. And no, he was delighted. He was over the moon. He's always proud of me and the cop.
Absolutely. I suppose one thing I did want to touch on, obviously you were saying you were having a bit of a tough time and the injury came, maybe you weren't ready for this fight, but one person you're very, very close with who had a tough time in recent but has turned it around, Meatball Molly McCann. What have you taken from seeing what Molly's gone through and how she's come through that on the other side? It's
just inspirational, because like, realistically, she should have just fucking walked away from it ages ago with the hate that she gets online. Like, it's fucking mental. Like, I don't get it, because she's fucking doing our country proud, doing everyone around her proud. Like, she went down. She could have just said, fuck this, but she didn't. She dug deep and she went back. And the finish that she got, like, that round in that fight was like just pure MMA. She showed grappling, she showed wrestling, she showed her striking, like even her spinning shit and all the spin. Like, she showed everything in that one round. Like, it just shows how hard she put, like, all the hard work she put in camp. Do you know what I mean? And she deserved it. And like, hopefully she does just go on a little run now. Do you know what I mean? Like Paddy always says to me, it's like this, and then it might go up and then down. And like, I'm there now and I can feel that. And she was there as well. And then he was like, it's just going to shoot up. And that's what I'm hoping for. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I'm working towards. And once I sort everything out in my mind and my personal life, I think the next few years is just going to be go, go, go and win, win, win. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm only at the start of my pro career. Like, I'm only 6 fights in. I've so much more to give.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
and
shout out to Molly. Shout out to Molly as well, dedicating that win to Ryan Curtis as well.
Yeah, unreal, deadly.
I think with that as well, Shauna, I think like going from fighting on the local regional scenes here to then like fighting the UFC is like such a shock to the system as well. That like, you know what I mean, like all that media and press and all that coverage and your social media blowing up and all that. It's very hard to ignore that with the fight coming hand in hand. You know what I mean? So I can definitely understand why that come get in the way come fight week. So I will say though, you do have an excellent team around you. You've stayed true to your team as well. Like your team is the same from day one. How much do they mean to you?
Everything. Like, Paddy literally, like, he doesn't just care about me in fighting, he cares about me in life. Him and Chelsea, the two of them, like, I'm so lucky to have them. Like, throughout my pregnancy, they were there for me. Like, everything in my life, they helped me for. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not just, they don't just care about MMA and the money and the, like, not that I've made any money yet, but like, do you know what I mean? I haven't. But do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just genuine, and I think it makes that difference, and even that reflects then into my corner then when he's calling for something, and I just do it instantly because I trust him so much and I know that that's the right thing to do. Like, it's not like, I think that's really hard to build, and I always find it so strange when I see people hopping from gym to gym, because I'm like, how can you trust them in your corner? Your next fight is always the biggest fight of your life, and you're dealing with someone you only know from your fight camp. I just find that mad. Like, I find that mad. But like, yeah, Paddy and Collie, the two of them, and even John Connor's me strength and conditioning coach, like, I'd be lost without them all. They're such genuine people, and they just want you to do well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember in the build up to the fight as well. I think Paddy put up the story up saying that everyone over in the UFC think Paddy and Collie are brothers.
To be fair, like, same but different, isn't it?
It's just funny. It's just like, they must be brothers.
The whole team was just the gingers, Sarah, Collie, and Paddy. I was like, do I need
Strawberry
to
blonde.
find me here ginger now?
It's strawberry blonde. Get it right.
Strawberry blonde. Sorry, Sarah.
Ash, look, like absolute salt to the earth people, a bit like yourself, you know what I mean? Unbelievable to see. One thing you touched on there, I'd like to ask about was obviously you went over to Vegas for the Jiu-Jitsu World Championship, and obviously you picked up the gold medal over there. There was a massive outpour of emotion when you won that final match. How much did that mean to you, and how good did it feel to be back to winning ways?
Yeah, it was unreal. Like, the week before that, I wasn't even going to go, and everyone was like, just go, because the competition will do you good, because people know how I am. Do you know what I mean? I've done competition my whole life, and I was like, oh, I just really didn't want to leave Jason. I was like, oh, will I go, won't I? And then I ended up going, and like, it was really nice to get them. Like, my first fight, I was actually so nervous in the first round. I was like, real, like, him and Han. But then after that, I was like, fuck, because they go for it, them girls. Like, and that's their, like, that's the way they are, the way I am with MMA. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, I had to get hyped up in the second fight. I was like, fuck this, let's go. So I had a little pep talk in the corner. And then, did I choke? Yeah, I got a choke, and then that one, and then armbar in the last round. So yeah, it was good. It was good to get that competition back in, and then to be around, because then I was around the lads from the UFC the whole week in the PI, and I got a fight the week after that. You know what I mean? So it's just nice to put your face in and be like, don't forget about me.
And tell us this. Obviously, the UFC PI, you never know who's going to be there. Who's the coolest person you've seen in the UFC PI? Bar Molly, of course.
Yeah, Bar Molly. Yeah.
yeah. I'm trying to think. There was fucking loads there. It was just like, this is mad. Like, everybody was just, I feel like so many of them are based in Vegas. Like, and you can see how it is, because the PI literally looks after you so well. Like, all your food is done, all your physio, all your S&C, like, everything is just done for you. And then the facilities that they have, like, so you can see why so many people move there. I was hoping to see Dana. We went to the card on the Saturday night, and I was like, if I see Dana here, I'm going to ask him to build a crash in the PI. Me and Jace be like, see us.
Can you get your washing and ironing done there as well?
Oh, don't be short. I'm not messing. Like, they look after you. It's unreal. You just go into the app, book all your food, get all your supplements, book into the physio. Like, it's just, everything's just there. It's great. And then it's a good atmosphere as well, because like some people are at the start of the fight camp, some people are at the end, and it's just, you know, like it's deadly.
And when you're booking in, obviously this is going to be a sort of one, just like a random question, but for those at home who obviously you've never been to the UFC PI, when you're booking in like your team or whatever, how many people can you bring with you at a time?
6, I think.
Okay, jeez, that's a lot, like, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I thought, but like then like there was people there doing like full training sessions with the whole team. So like there's like a matted area, and there's 2 cages, and then there's another like matted area, and the big matted area, like most of the time there was like classes going on. It was like there was wrestling classes there like every morning. It was weird. I was like, can I jump in on that, or what's the crack? Like, so read the details.
Yeah, they should actually do like a weekly show of people dropping in to the PI and just put it up on YouTube and see what the story is.
It'd get loads of views because it's like the facility's unreal.
Yeah, it's great for networking.
Yeah.
Shauna, if you were to like when you come back, is there somewhere ideally you'd like to fight? Because there is talks of Cage Warriors UFC Manchester. They haven't announced any other European shows, but like, would you ideally be fighting in America, or would Manchester be? Would you be interested in that?
I don't give a fuck where it is. I just want to fight. Like, I genuinely, the location. Like, I was happy that my next fight was in Vegas because I know the setup there. And I know where everything is. I had my little hot yoga studio. I had like the whole setup, so I wasn't just going and not knowing. And as well, I only went for like 6 nights, so I was gonna plan on going for 2 weeks because the time difference, and like I really got affected by the time difference there. Like, I've been to Korea and fucking places outside the world, and I never had jet like the way I did from Vegas. So I was like, okay, I probably would have only went a week, but I'm glad now that I know. So I was gonna go 2 weeks out, and yeah, so there was like a few things that I kind of like picked up on for it being in Vegas, but. Like with Invicta, we went to Denver, we went to Oklahoma, and you do find your shit like pretty fast. You know what I mean? You just do the research beforehand. So, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care. Once I get a fight soon, like, I'm hoping to be back for June, and everything should be back to normal by then. So yeah, fingers crossed for June.
We'll definitely be announcing it when it is officially announced, Shauna. Over the weekend, you were also doing commentary at Cage Legacy 20, one of the biggest shows Ireland has ever had. What did you make of the event overall, Shauna?
Really, really good. Like, I think each show just keeps getting better and better, and it's really professional. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's fair play to the lads on the team. Like, it's growing and growing and growing every show, and there was decent fights. Not even the last one before that, and that was all people mostly making their debut, but it was actually really good. Like, there was good talent for people just like making their debut on so early on in their career, and then there was obviously pro fights the weekend, but really, really good. George won his fight clinic performance, literally dominated. Did you see that?
Yeah,
he's someone who I feel like might struggle to get matched at times as well. Now he's turned pro. I feel like he's one of those ones who's like probably already at a stage where he's sort of a 3, 4, 5 fight person already, even though he's 1-0 a pro, and people aren't going to be putting their hand up to step across the cage from that fella. But
no,
he looks really good.
Yeah, if we can pay people to fight him.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, like, obviously, in terms of Hulu martial arts, like, you're obviously leading the charge there. He's now joined the pro ranks there. Seems to be those bodies in around Paddy's weight seem to be really excelling there.
Yeah, that's the one, isn't it? It's great that we have him to be able to do shit with, because he's so good at mimicking a body. Like, it's strange how good he is at doing it. Like, he'd just be like, my next opponent, he'd be fighting, and I'm like, oh my god, that's really good. You're fighting exactly like them. And he's like, yeah, I know. He's actually so good at it. It's weird how good it's mad. I'd be like, whoa.
Shout out to Georgie. Also, just for people tuning in now, are you going to be coming for Laura Sanko's job next as well?
Let's go. Why not?
That's an exclusive, Ross.
Yeah, Man B can do it all. Man B can do it all. Obviously, the show actually looked better than previous. I don't know whether it was in the warehouse or not, but it looked like the best show they've done to date. Obviously,
set up the way the ring or the cage was, and then it was like around, and then there were up high as well. Do you know what I mean? It was a nice little setup. It was quite like compact, if that makes sense. It reminds me of the UKFC show in Liverpool. I fought on one of them before. It was like there was a lower level and a higher level, so it was nice. It was good. Good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And I think also, like, obviously Conor McCarthy also made his pro debut as well. That was a incredible head kick knockout. Fair play to him, massive prospect. And then incredible get for the card and the promotion, Richie Smullen, and looks like he wants to fight in the next Cage Legacy as well. So he's looking to follow the Mama B route into the UFC by the sounds of the way he's talking.
100%. He's been there before, and I think he deserves to go back again. Like, he has serious talent. Like, his wrestling and jiu-jitsu is next level, and then his striking is there as well. So there's no reason why he shouldn't be back in the UFC, and he just kind of needs to rack up them fights and get recognised again and pop his face in and be like, hello, Sammy.
Yeah, he definitely has some unfinished business there. Shauna, are you going to be commentating at Cage Legacy 21? That's going to be going down on the 24th of March in Meath.
Yeah, I'm taking Browner's job now. I'm getting
Okay, yeah. Fair play to you. Someone has to do it.
I know I wouldn't be able to keep. I like just sitting at the desk and having the chats and doing it. Like, that's fine. But yeah,
the team was good.
In out, fair play to him.
The team was good. There's good chemistry there between yourself, Browner, and Nathan Kelly as well.
Yeah, no, it's actually good, the three of us together, because it's a little bit of the female side, the male side, and then Browner, he knows everything about everything. I'd be there reading his notes like, he put serious effort in.
Yeah, Eve there going, and George had 3 scrambled eggs and toast for breakfast this morning. You know what I mean? Like, the man does research, in fairness to him.
He does, doesn't he? And I'd be reading that before the show. I'd be like, that was no, taking in all the information.
No,
because some of the people, like, in the amateur scene, like, there's so many. They're just popping out of everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah,
like, but he has notes on people who are making their amateur debut.
Again and again. Sorry, what?
He has notes on people making their amateur debut. Like, how do you have notes on that? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Browner has them.
No, it's great to have someone like Browner there covering it and like having so much information about everyone as well, for the people tuning in as well.
100%.
Yeah. But Shauna, like, we want to thank you for coming on the show. I know you have a load of beds there to bring up into the house, but is there anything else you want to say to the people tuning in now that can't wait to see you back in the octagon?
Say that again. Sorry, I missed what you said.
Is there anything you want to say to the people tuning in now that cannot wait to see you back in the octagon?
Oh yeah, I'll be back very, very soon. Just a little bump in the road, and come here, I'm used to them. I'm like that my whole life, so we'll be back stronger. And I've learned from my last debut. I've learned so much, so I just can't wait to put that into the cage, because like I've been working with sports psychologists and mindset coaches, and so I'm working a lot on my mind, because I think I was just in autopilot for a lot of since I came back from jail. I was just in autopilot a lot of the time.
Yeah,
sleep deprived and fucking whatever else. But so like I've been working a lot on my mind and mindset and the psychology side of it as well. So I'm really excited to get back in and show, and my skill set. Obviously I've been working loads on that, but I've done a full jiu-jitsu camp, which I never really got to do before either, because I was always just focusing on the MMA side. So I feel like me jiu-jitsu has leveled up as well. So yeah, really excited to get back in there, doing what I love.
There you have it, folks. Hold off on booking those summer holidays. Yeah, a Mama B fight announcement is coming June, July, for the summer. So get your summer holidays booked in June. Sorry, not July. Can't wait to see it. It's going to be great to see you back in the cage, and I hope things inside and outside the cage go smooth up until the build up.
Thanks so much, lads. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Shauna, thanks a million for your time. We'll let you get on with your day.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.